All for one and one for all.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian. Today I'm playing with Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th, the boy emperor who cares about 4. If you cast a creature and it enters play and it has 4 toughness, you gain 4 life. If it has 4 power, it gets haste. And if it has a mana value of 4 or greater, then you get to get another creature into hand. It's card advantage, it's life gain, it's aggro, all in one compact little package. And in Naya colors, there's lots of great creatures to be playing, especially in green, that have 4 power, 4 toughness, or a mana value of 4 or greater. Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th plays great with all sorts of aggressive creatures. Things that have on-attack creatures, on-attack triggers like Roxanne as well, because you'll get to get even more in when Apatzec gives them haste. And in a deck like this, you also just have generally great, aggressive green creatures that can be discounted. Even if Galta only costs 2 mana, it still counts as a 12 mana value creature for the purposes of Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th, and that means that we'll be getting out lots of big stompy creatures real fast, giving them haste and hitting our opponent in the face. In this deck, we also have the ability to double up on this trigger, using either Roaming Throne or Elish Norn to say, yeah, this trigger, do it twice. Twice the life gain, twice the cards in hand, and you know what, fine, twice the haste. It doesn't actually do anything to give it haste twice, but if it makes you feel any better, more haste, more fun. This card also works with cards that are being buffed when they enter the battlefield. Because this triggers for every single creature, you can actually apply a buff to it, like Rhythm of the Wilds, to give it additional power when it riots, and then if it afterwards has 4 power or toughness, you will get the trigger off this card, which is just a really neat piece of interaction if you're looking to play with Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th. So let's go ahead and take our commander into the queue and go forth! Or maybe go first or second. There's only 2 players when it comes to Brawl. Let's go. Mary, Esquire of Rohan, likes to attack with fellow legendaries. I suspect this is going to be a super aggressive deck, probably running a couple of good equipments. Oh, and Cookies! Meanwhile, Cookies22, thank you for the 62-month resub. Yeah, if they have a couple equipment in their deck. Oh, bye, Scraps. They only came to hang out for like a minute. If they have a bunch of equipment in their deck, they can also give Mary First Strike. Bye, Scrap. She's behind a monitor right now. What a good cat she is. Turn 2, I have Lotus Cobra. Turn 3, Gwenna or Apatzec. Okay. Skrelv. If they want to attack in with Mary and Skrelv this turn, I won't stop them. Oh no, they're humiliating my snake! Oh, humiliating. Well, there goes my extra mana. Oh, and right before I draw a fetch land too. I guess I'll go for Gwenna, since she is a good enough blocker, and she'll also let me get some extra mana next turn with this Railway Brawler, since this is 5 power, and she would untap after casting. Railway Brawler can't be a real card. Oh, it's very real, and it's very good. It's one of those Thunder Junction really, really sweet green cards that you should consider putting into various decks. Oh, Glowing Dwarf Emissary. Casting historic spells gets you a treasure. Grab double green. Now I could either go for the Lightning Bolt or I could go for Apatzec. I want dummy double thick Apatzec. Please don't get mana tithed. Railway Brawler, out here to put so many counters onto my critters. Yes, let's go. So I'm just kind of playing the game of ignore my opponent and try to put as much power on the board as possible to both stop them from attacking and make it so blocking isn't even a problem. If I can get out a Tali next turn, and I do have the mana, it will be a 14/14 with haste. That sounds good, right? Oh, it also has trample. It will also draw me a card and gain me 4 life. It's not actually drawing a card. It will put another creature into my hand. Railway Brawler into Craterhoof Behemoth? More like Crater... Oof. Jeez. Franco. Nice. As it attacks, it makes some goblins. You want to goad my creatures? I would love to be attacking you. Next turn, I will be attacking you. Fetch land. Go into... Doesn't really matter. Eeny, meeny, miny, basic land. Opponent. I am aware that you could use Skrelv's ability at any time. Or do a goad. I think this is the only goad card in Arena, by the way. This is like a fun fact. That's true. He would never fight with a goblin. Let's see what Atali finds. If it's more big boys, they will also potentially get haste. Aw, Anafenza! I guess I should have done it in the other order. So I would get a bolster on, I guess, Oracle of Moldiah. Oh my god, they're all huge. Oh, I should have ordered the Intli trigger last. I realized it after that, Here. I wonder if I could demonstrate it with this. So, Apatzec triggers for everything, even if it doesn't match the criteria. So, if I put this, I have to reorder the trigger for it. If I put this here, we bolster, it gets a counter. Then it gets more counters. And it gained haste. Because of course it did. It's pretty rad. Yeah, Krenko and Gloin. A little awkward. It's fine. We bolster you. You also get haste. Everybody attack in. This can't block. Nobody else can prevent all of this. GG, Mary. Flubs, the fool. And there's no fool in this frog. Flubs is kind of a storm deck. You empty your hand, and then each time you play a land or cast a spell, you get another card in hand. But if you do have cards in hand, then you actually just end up discarding. Flubs is all about getting cards cast from outside of hand as well, either from exile using something like Aruth or Adventures, or just, you know, Flubs. Flubs is great. Takes a little bit of setup at the start of the game, but can absolutely go off and take some very long turns with a lot of game actions. We'll see what Flubs ends up spitting out here. They didn't play turn 1 ramp. There's oftentimes a lot of things that also allow you to play additional lands in a turn, not just Flubs, since that way you can just like keep chaining together all the lands that you top deck. Hey, Flubs. I kind of want to revisit Flubs because I built it very early on with the set releasing, and I didn't quite build mine stormy enough. So now I really want to build mine as a Flub Storm. Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th. Will the child die? Oh, Party Thrasher. That allows you to play things from exile. It also gives you Convoke on your non-creature spells from exile. That's a creature spell from exile, but still pretty great. The Flub Storm. Oh, I'm being asked in chat, am I a fan of other mecha things other than Transformers? Yes. In fact, I'm on my, like, 4th rewatch of Evangelion right now. We have DVDs with the original dub, and sometimes it's just so beautiful. Good old flesh machines. Yeah, I don't know if I can call that. It, like, Evangelion is a mecha anime, but there's no robots. Spoilers, I guess, for an ancient anime at this point. Awesome show, though. Would recommend. Oh, don't forget Braven. I don't need to talk about Braven on this channel. What do they have here? Pick your poison! Oh no! They got the perfect card to get rid of my Terror of the Peaks before I started dealing damage. There's one robot in Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah, it doesn't last long though. Roaming Throne, Naming Human. I'd love to do this in the other order. I just don't have the mana for it here. They got the Scoos. What else is in exile here? Symmetry Sage. Nice. Those were off of Ren's Resolve. Better use it before you lose it, Party Thrasher. Accident Prone Apprentice. Going to turn my Roaming Throne into, Frog. He's been frogified. And a Lightning Bolt. The throne is no longer roaming. I guess I'll just turn Timber. I got the mana. Let's see what we get. Vorinclex, Oracle, something that gets me lots of value. Trailblazer sets up for potential card draw later. Vorinclex is great. I can even flip them over. So let's grab a land that comes in untapped and a land that comes in tapped. Commercial District. I do not need another land, Vorinclex. Thank you so much for checking. And next turn, I have enough mana to flip Vorinclex over and get potentially 2 more. If I see them showing enchantment removal, I probably won't do it. But it's going to be Flubsin. So, from the top, casting some nice cheap spells. Mox Amber. This will get a +1/+1 perpetually. Let me get a card in hand. They have 1, 2, 3 mana. Lotus Cobra's going to make one. Flubs keeps on Flubsin. What is it? I gotta know. Oh, it was a Fury. They didn't have the mana for it. Okay. I have a Roxanne here. Do I have a Roxanne with haste, though? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I do. All right. Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th. Bringing out Roxanne. She's going to get haste, so we get 2 triggers from her this turn. And we're going to throw a rock at the Lotus Cobra. Swinging with both of these. And I'm just going to throw the rock at them. Boop. Nice, we have this Atali, though. Rip Roxanne. You got me a card in hand. You took out one of their critters. Gotta stop the landfall for Flubs. Otherwise, the mana generation is obscene. Party Thrasher choosing to keep the card in hand so they can kill my commander. Sure. The Dankabloom. So that's enchantment removal, so I do not want to flip over Vorinclex. No! Carry the Teed! Oh, dang it. They bought me for 1. They have a mana open. They can even shuffle the top of their deck. I'm just going straight for a Tali. We're going to get some free spells here. Goblin and Narcomancer and Detective's Phoenix not being bestowed, because I would have to collect evidence for that, and I think I can only just cast it like this. I have 1, 2, 3, up to 4 mana here. That's not enough to play Apatzec. I'll just swing in with these 2. Get my damage in where I can. I guess they could Spellbomb this back into their hand. I don't have a problem with that. This giving flying and haste, though, can be like surprise damage out of nowhere. Oh, Jetbat says, hi, Amy. Nice Let's Play video. Let's play. No, wait. Let's play. That's what we were doing in Shuffle Up and Play, right? I mean, Let's Play. But I think Kenrith is viable in Brawl. I think Kenrith is good, kind of generically, but he's going to be matching pretty highly if you play him as your commander. I've definitely run into it before and had it be both very strong and very good and not quite get there. The fact that Kenrith can come out, reanimate, and give everything haste all in the same turn means you could just play 5-color good stuff, and if you get a good hand, you get a good hand. Oh, there's also another Amy in the chat. Hi, other Amy. Oh, Ragavan. He's gonna do crime. Why are you burning my dinosaur? And my Goblini. Oh, darn. They will get to steal. Stealing with feeling. Ooh, Soken-san! That gets you 2 of these. Had to empty out the hand. Dreadhorde Arcanist allows them to recast something like Shock or Unholy Heat from the graveyard, or Lightning Bolt, or pick your poison. You are getting awful close to being dead, though, to Atali. Armed Raptor! This might cast something. Depends on what they hit. It is... Slickshot Choff. Oh, they can cast it. They have to discard the card in hand, though. Strangle. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Plus 9, so 17 total blocking. Versus... $17 attacking. Flipping over to that Atali. They both have trample. I counted right. Sometimes just basic arithmetic. Too hard. Head empty. Just want to click buttons. They didn't even block with Flubs. I was just thinking, like, all we gotta do is kill Flubs. They gotta prevent 9 here. Great. Boop! Yeah, not dead, because they can prevent the lethal here. But they have far fewer things in play. More 1-drops, so they can keep on storming. They still have a fetch land, too. Oh, naming Dinosaur on Cavern of Souls. Wait, why Dinosaur? Why Dinosaur? Two cards in hand is a weird spot to be. So they'll have to discard 1, but if they discard, they get an Impulse draw off of Inti. That's a Tameo Inquisitive Student. They've already drawn plenty of cards this turn. Excessive Iteration puts a card into hand, 1 into exile, 1 to the bottom of their deck. I love they only have 40 cards. I'm sorry, 38 cards left. Birds of Paradise! Oh, my cat just came into the room. Hi, baby. What a sweet little cat. Would you like to come up and be in the video? You would? Oh, aren't you sweet? Come on up, girl. This is my cat, Scraps. She likes to be in the way. Her hobbies include getting scritches on the neck, being fluffy, purring, though you can't really hear it because I have all these crazy noise filters. I'm getting kissed on the noggin. Come here. Come here, I want to kiss you on the noggin. She doesn't want the noggin kisses. Wants to stick her butt in my face.
If you need me, I'll be in the
Yeah,
library.
what? Oh, that's what I say too, Scraps. They're gonna search for creature or land. Put it into hand. Brazen Borrower. Who you borrowing? Alright, so they have 1 mana. They have a Death Toucher, enough toughness to prevent this. You literally have nothing that can block Questing Beast? I mean, I suppose he's the beast at questing. Closes out the game with a hearty little 4 damage to the face. GG Flubs. Azusa lost but seeking. And what does she seek? She seeks lands! Putting lots and lots of lands into play every single turn. Hey, look at that! I can put extra lands into play too. This hand has ramp in it. I love ramp. It's ramp that's going to start on turn 2 though, because I need untapped green to do it. So we'll start with Jetmir's Garden. Whoa, Devourer of Destiny. I've only seen this in like Eldrazi decks in Brawl. Since Azusa can play tons of lands, their deck is usually like half lands, a little bit of other ramp and card draw, and then big boys. Like really big boys. Talking about things like Devourer of Destiny. Wonder what they put into exile. Memorial of the Unity, Snow-Covered Forest, and... Really? They chose to not keep Tireless Provisioner on top of their deck. That's kind of wild to me. Alright, Kami of Bamboo Groves. Gonna put this Restless Prairie into play. Restless Prairie into play. That's a lot of PP. Grab a basic. Why not? Birds of Paradise. Bam! I ramped. The token printer with Azusa, right? Yeah, I'm wondering if they were just like desperate for lands. Like, oh, I only have 3 lands in my total hand. Scene of the crime. I've never seen this card. I played Karlov Manor Limited. I don't remember this. Well, now it's back in their hand. And they don't have green mana. They have 8 cards in hand and they're gonna have to discard. Azusa, buddy, are you okay? You exiled green lands, too. I think they might be having a struggle there. I'm gonna play Goreclaw. Because I don't need Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th to cast an Atali. Don't need that if I got the bear to give me discounts on the big chunky critters, of which there are many in this deck. Here's Azusa! Scene of the crime. Windswept Heath. Alright, so that's 3 lands. Now show me what you got. Atali! Do the thing! Get the top spell of each player's deck and let me cast it for free. It's the bears. Okay, so we put this on the stack first, and then we turn Timber. Oh my gosh. Yes! Dragonhawk! These all get haste. Or sorry, they don't get haste. They all get buffed. We swing in. They get more buffs. Thank you, Goreclaw. They say good game, because yes, that is lethal. Azusa, she puts lands into play. That's it. That's what she did. GG. Admiral Brass, Unsinkable. This hand might have a bit of discount and a really, really great enchantment in it, but it doesn't have enough mana for me to keep. So I'm gonna mulligan and... Hey, I still got the discount. Nice. Admiral Brass is a Pirates commander, and Admiral Brass Unsinkable is also a Reanimator commander, bringing back your pirates with haste from the graveyard as 4/4s each turn. Admiral Brass, a really, really strong card. I feel like more people should play her, and I'm always kind of surprised when I don't see this card that often. Pirates is like a deep well. At this point, we have so many great pirate cards, even ones that you might not even remember are pirates, like Malcolm and Ragavan. They're pirates! Malcolm's gonna be looting, putting things in the graveyard for their captain to reanimate, or I guess their admiral. Oh, see that? See that thing? That doubles damage! And they can bring it back for free with Brass next turn. All they need is one more mana source. Oh, hey, Cabaretti Revels. Oh, geez. I have so few options here. So few good options. I'm going to play the Questing Beast over bringing out Apatzec. I'm going to attack in with both. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be trading the Questing Beast into a reanimated Ingress Marauders next turn. Hello, yes. I'm Beast. I have text. Questing Beast does many things, such as not die to a crippling fear. The goblin does die, though. Hello, baby. Baby beastie. No, they gave it -3/-3, so it's going to die to the firebrand. That's rough. I have no good blockers next turn for the reanimated Ingress Marauders. I might be taking a lot of damage next turn. Like a lot of damage. Like so much damage, it's kind of nuts. I'm going to play Cavern of Souls. I'm going to name Human. And I'm going to play Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th. I did that over the Wooded Foothills, grabbing a tapped land because they had one blue open. And pirates can play counter spells. Wash away. Cost 1 mana. Gets rid of this guy. Please, he's just a child. You wouldn't hurt him. Not the way that you killed this goblin and this beast. They also have an uncounterable commander. They're going to self-mill. Let me see, what else did they get? Ooh, the captains. Nice. I think it's going to be Marauder, though. It costs 7 mana for a reason. So it begins. I don't block. And I go to 9 life. Discarding a land. One more and Malcolm starts casting things for free. Alright, Auric Haslam. Bring it out. It gets haste. I gain some life. We get a card in hand. I'm swinging in with it. I just need to deal the damage. Even if they block, yes, they'll trade, but I'll have dealt the damage. And Haslam gets me more creatures and lands. Alright, they're taking all 6. So let's see what we got. We got Dragonhawk and Roaming Throne. So Dragonhawk would give me a blocker in the air, also a bit more direct damage. Roaming Throne gets me double triggers, though. And I'm going to choose double triggers here, naming Human. This will get me 2 more cards in hand, 8 life, and I guess also it gets haste, but like, great. I'm going to be, I think, chump blocking with one of these next turn. I think I have to. Admiral Brass, again, bringing back a pirate. This one buffs all their pirates. Corsair Captain. Okay, if I do that, I'm not dead. Brass will die. Apatzec will die. And now they get to cast something for free from their hand. And it's going to be... nothing? They discarded a land? Nice. I guess. Brass comes back out. Maybe they only had lands in hand. Yeah, that seems actually pretty possible here. I could go for a Tali. I'm going to start by just attacking in with Chasm again. Trying to get something off the top. I wonder if they'll trade. They have enough mana to play her again. I could have braid her. Not gonna bother. They both die. She becomes a land. We look at the top 3 cards of the deck. It's just 2 lands. No creatures among them. Tali? Find me the goods. Or the bads. Preferably the goods. Rhythm of the Wild, Metallic Mimic. I should have done that in the other order. Doesn't really make a difference. Dinosaur. I have a dinosaur in hand. That's why I'm saying dinosaur. Oh, if I had done it in the other order, I could have played Galta, assuming they didn't have a way to kill this right here, but I think they have a way to kill it. Metallic Mimic is dead. This 1 mana here can only be spent on creatures. Castle Garenbrig had activated in the midst of all of this. They play Admiral Brass. They reanimate anything with haste, and I'm dead. Oh, wait a minute, did I not have enough mana? Because they spent the treasure! Okay, I'm still alive. I lived. If I use this, I would die. Oh yeah, this I will, like, actually die. I'm wondering if I can get lethal off of these critters, though. That's 8. And that's 12. And that's a lot of damage. GG, Admiral Brass. Unsinkable. Got there with the dinosaur. Satya, Aetherflux, genius. Makes copies of things when it attacks in, and can keep those copies around, so long as they have the energy to pay for it. I think this looks pretty good. I've got a turn 1 Ragavan, I have some removal, and you need to have instant speed removal when dealing with Satya, because he's very evasive. Like, kind of ridiculously so. Dude comes in blazing, haste, menace, and makes other attacking creatures, so it's going to be piling up damage very quickly, especially if you're copying things that are big or have really good enter the battlefield abilities. Might be able to play Emperor this turn, but the way they're holding up blue mana has got me kind of worried. Kind of scared. Okay, no, we're fine. We replay the monkey. Llanowar Elves in play. Got my ramp right back at it. Monkey. Hello, Satya. Would you like to play a creature which you can clone next turn? Going to try to get Ragavan making a treasure pre-combat. Or, not pre-combat, pre-main phase. Love it. What did we steal? It's a land. Great. Going to name Human. So Emperor Apatzec Intli the Fourth is uncounterable. Uncounterable. I see you hovering over your hand. Spell Queller. Okay. You exile it. That killed a Spell Queller. That way they won't have something to copy next turn. And I will replay Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th. You gotta say the whole thing. Or you can call him like Boy Emperor, Little Man, Dude, 444. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 next turn. You can call him Boy. Yeah, channel your inner Kratos. Call him Appa. No, that's a different guy. I'm a little afraid to attack in with this, but in we go anyway. Gonna leave back the Llanowar Elves. Just in case I need all of my mana to cast something from Ragavan. It was another land! I think something's getting flashed in it. Could be Brazen Borrower. At least I've got my Teferi's protection ready to go. At least copying Brazen Borrower doesn't do anything too scary, it's just damage. Arm Scavenger gets you a card in exile each turn, and can also discount equip abilities. Ow. It feels too like a counterspell for me to go for a Tali. So I'm gonna go for Goreclaw instead. Yeah, that's a mana drain. Swinging in with Ragavan and the Emperor. They take that trade. And they're going to get 4 extra mana, because it was Goreclaw. Using 2 of it for the Solar Transformer, which does get them energy! Yay, energy! Oh, you call him A4, kind of like Jarvan in League of Legends being J4? That's pretty fair. Satya in play. Are you gonna leave him as a blocker? Guess you can use the 2 mana for the clue. I feel like you got to attack him with the Brazen Power since I don't have any flyers here. Yeah, everybody's coming in. I could prevent 9 damage with the Teferi's protection. That's probably worth it, but... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I would have to bolt this in. I'm gonna let this happen. Because I think I have lethal off of Vitali. Barring, of course, the terror that is free counterspells. I don't need to use Arena of Glory to give haste, since the Apatzec gives haste. Aw, free Pippin! Yay! I love free Pippin. I'm pipping for real right now. And also attacking for lethal. GG's, Satya. Hello, Buxton, decorated host. This is a good bunny who's going to be putting permanents into play based on the number of tap permanents there are at the end of their turn. It's a bit random, though. Still really fun. I've had a lot of fun playing Buxton as just a Selesnya aggro deck. We gotta get ourselves some red mana for the commander. I guess I could play Roaming Throne here, but... Hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa! I was playing that! I put it back into my hand. Okay. A little bit of Selesnya tempo. I'm sorry. Three mana. 1 chunky bunny. Ooh! 3 little not-so-chunky bunnies, though. This gets me more mana. I guess I want to hold up for something else, because I have 3 mana here, which isn't enough for Roaming Throne. Yeah, it's 6 total. I could have played Koga, but like fighting 1 rabbit didn't feel worth it. Oh my gosh, Spore Swarm! Oh, it's Buxton time! I love seeing all these tokens. So this means that they're probably running a version of the deck that has very few non-token, like, permanents that they play in the deck, so they're more likely to get certain ones, like Mondrak, or, ooh, Amara, Soul of the Accord. That's a great one. Get my fetch and fetch. Something with red. Thank you. There's a chance that this will seek a, like a Llanowar elf for me. That's why I shocked in. All right, Roaming Throne, naming human, so we get 2 triggers. And we're going to be seeking 2 creature cards, gaining 8 life, and it gets haste twice. I mean, it doesn't need haste twice. Having haste twice does not do anything, but it makes me feel more awesome. I love Roaming Throne. You know I love Roaming Throne. There's not even that many humans in this deck. We have a bunch of elves with triggered abilities, various apes and beasts and things, but Roaming Throne, he's just here to buff up the king. Or, I guess, emperor. He's got to have a place to sit. Come on, he's the emperor. Yeah, it should have, like, super haste, where it attacks the turn before it came into play. Nissa's Expedition. That's what they got off of Amara, Voice of the Conclaves, Enter the Battlefield. Ooh, the Karplusan Forest. Tireless Provisioner coming down. Does no triggers. Like, it's like, hey, did I do something? You didn't do anything. You did not. With 4 mana, I think I want more Apatzec triggers. Also a Questing Beast. Kami's Bamboo Groves. That can turn into more lands if I don't draw any. And I'm going to offer them the trade of Adeline for a Questing Beast. And they take it! Parallel Lives is going to be spitting out double tokens. So if they have more token makers, other than the Amara, oh my goodness, that's a lot of birds. That's so many birds! Hey Buxton. Listen, you can replay Buxton. I'm actually gonna let you hit, so you can't replay him and tap more of your creatures. X equals 4, you get... Funny! I like the Phineas sleeves, too. It's a normal number of tokens! Yeah, it's fine! It's super normal. Scraps, what are you doing? Sorry, my cat is at the window. Oh, they taxed my farewell. I guess I'll spend 3 mana to make some more mana. Puts me at the exact same amount of mana I was at before. And surprisingly, I'm not dead yet. And I might want to just, like, abrade this to make sure I can cast this next turn. Sure, let's go for it. And that's 8 flyers. And a bunch of other little guys. Thankfully, I have lots of extra life because Emperor Apatzec Intli IV, serious life gain engine. Especially when you're getting double triggers, even though I haven't been able to trigger him most of these turns. Triggered with the Roaming Throne, that was all I needed. Oh, Bloody! Thank you so much for the resub. Also, Fiona, thank you for gifting that sub to Bloody. You're building a new commander deck? Yes, we should play when it's done. Who's your commander gonna be, Bloody? For people who don't know, Bloody's another cool streamer. I'm taking it. All of it. A Henzi deck with Amori as companion, so it's all creatures. I love that. So Talk is going to be tripling their tokens, which they're already doubling, as long as they're creature tokens. Yes. Well then. They've already reprieved me in this game, so I know they don't have reprieve. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Itali first. Let me get some triggers in here. Oh, that's a henge. Ooh, that's a horse. Oh, I did those in the wrong order. I got excited. There was a horse. Yeah, Selval is able to make enough mana for me to wipe all the creatures off the board. I can also, like, get an attack in here, too. I would like to draw a card. Thank you, ma'am. But do I think I need to farewell? You know, with the amount of life I'm gaining, I really don't. Alta. And I still have Selvala here. So now Selvala can tap for 12. I'll have to manually do this because she's very silly. I'm going to show you what happens when you click. She's like, hey, how much white mana do you want to make? Selvala, I don't want white mana. I have no use for white mana. Sweetie, stop trying to give me white mana, please. Glorious Golden Butt, thank you for the sub. All of these things are going to be getting haste. I'm going to be swinging in. You might have blockers, but I've got far bigger trampling attackers. GG, Buxton. Nixilis, Captive, Kingpin. Also, the King of Ping. Whenever they have a single damage dealt to me, or if I lose one life through my own means, like a pain land, they will be getting a card in exile and growing Nixilis, getting a +1/+1 counter on him. Nixilis is also part of a infinite combo with All Will Be One. That's right, the red enchantment, because you get a counter onto Nixilis, deal a damage, which gets him a counter, which deals a damage, which gets him a counter, which deals a damage, so on and so forth until they win the game. This is pretty dang good. I feel like they're about to kill this. Alright, they're going to carry the Teed. They're a Rakdos deck. They're going to have a lot of removal. So instead of playing Apatzec or the Tireless Provisioner here, I'm just going to lay down Cabaret Revels. Make it so when I do start casting creatures next turn, I'll be getting extra creatures into play. And that's the Black Market Connections. Ooh, blood for the blood gods. Also food for the food me. I just want food. Tireless Provisioner. Getting a treasure. Passing the turn. Next turn I might want to go for Vorinclex. I suppose I could also go for Churntimber Symbiosis if I really want to. I don't think I do, though. Food for the food throne? Yeah, sometimes it's food for the food throne with this guy. I don't know what the food throne is, but I do want to sit on it. Kind of like how there's the Skull Throne, which is very, you know, self-explanatory. There's the Iron Throne, which is made out of swords. Is the food throne made of food, or do you get served food on it? Alright, Nixilis. What do you got? Mount Doom! It's a pain land, and they're tutoring for... Why are you tutoring? I wonder if they're tutoring for All Will Be One. So I also have an Nixilis deck, and I very specifically did not put in tutors because, I don't know, it makes it feel too easy. It's too easy to combo when you're searching for the pieces. As long as I leave up 1 mana, I feel fine with this. So I'll go for Haslam or Vorinclex. Vorinclex. A Topiary Stomper. Hey, I'm stomping over here. Gonna grab some lands. Going to play a land. Get more food. Delicious. Yum, yum, yum. I don't need a Birds of Paradise. Put that in the trash. pass the turn and get ready with my Patriarch's Humiliation to hopefully humiliate Nixilis before he can combo. I don't think they'll have enough mana for it this turn. They might, because I think it's a 4 or 5 mana enchantment. A food throne is just a table. Yeah, but like you don't sit on a table. Okay, I say that. You sit on tables sometimes. Just making a treasure. What's wrong? Don't want to pay the 6? Bye, Scraps. Bye, Scraps. My kitty cat's walking out of the room. She's so done with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Obi-Wan is 5 mana. Okay. Hey, look at that! It's all Obi-Wan! Aw, and Shadowheart. She deals the damage to each player. Also, Death Touch happens. Ow, oof. Don't I like have lethal here? Hold up. If we play Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th, things happen. Those things happen. These things happen. Green. 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 Ooh, free Pock. You can talk the talk, but can you pock the pock? I could pack the car. Gonna get rid of a blocker and swing in with all of these. The most damage they can prevent is 7, and there's a lot more than 11 damage coming through. Good game up, Nixilis Captive Kingpin. You sure did tutor for a combo piece. While I reveled. Oh boy, did I ever. Can you let me deal the lethal damage? Not another roper. Okay, we'll fast forward to the end. Oh wait, never mind! Huh! They were just thinking! And then they let me win. Good game up, Nixilis. Brawl, Crackling Wit. Brawl cares about casting non-creature spells. He's kind of like a planeswalker with prowess. He gets an additional loyalty counter whenever you cast a non-creature spell, and he also makes prowess otters. He can also draw you some cards, and if he manages to get to his ultimate ability, well, he's going to be giving every single instance in sorcery in the deck Storm. Which means that there will be a lot of instants and sorceries, and they'll all be happening all at the same time, and you're going to love it. Brawl is either a Storm deck or just an Izzet Spellslinger deck. I feel like it works either way, because both archetypes are so strong in Brawl. You can back them up with a bunch of counter spells as well, card draws kind of built into the game plan, and with Brawl in play, you'll also have a Planeswalker that forces your opponent to direct damage at it, rather than just attacking your face. And they have killed the goblin, drawn and discarded some cards. I'm surprised they didn't go for making a treasure, but they might be digging for particular pieces or trying to load up their graveyard for something like a Mizzix's Mastery. Let's use the spoil, the land. Alright, nothing too crazy. I'll go for trying to bring out my commander here. They do have 1 mana up. It could be blue. And that means that Apatzec could be countered. I just need to get something here with 2 colors on it to make me feel better about myself. There we go. 2 colors. For my good friend, Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th, who was not countered or bounced into my hand using that treasure mana. Is it wash away? Yes, it wasn't. They're ramping with Key to the Archive. This will get them 2 more mana next turn. And what do they discard? Consider. This makes me feel like this is going to be the Storm variant. Oh, hey, there's Cavern of Souls. Antrag, the Quake Mole. Antrag with haste is a lot of damage. Antrag will not have haste if Emperor Apatzec Intli IV is in my hand. This means I will not gain a life. This will not get haste. And I won't get an additional card. Oh, dang it. And here I was thinking that maybe I had something great. Here I was hoping, thinking, believing. I should have exerted the land. No! I didn't want to. Oh, that's an arcane bombardment. Oh my goodness. Okay. Human? I am going to exert the land this turn. And that's for Oyer Chasm. Oyer Chasm with haste. Going to hit face and get me a creature and a land from the top 6 cards of my life. There we freaking go! Titan of Industry. Done. Nailed it. Easy. Titan of Industry says goodbye to your Arcane Bombardment. And they put everything they had into that one spell to recast things from the graveyard, so we win. GG roll. Jetmir, Nexus of Revels, another Naya commander. Theirs is kind of like a Craterhoof Behemoth in the command zone. The more creatures they have, the more buffs they have, gaining Vigilance, Trample, and Double Strike, as well as +1/+1, +2/+2, and then +3/+0. There's no additional toughness, but you don't really need toughness when things are double striking, vigilant, and trampling. You get wide enough, Jetmir just wins the game. Also, I don't have that much instant speed removal in this deck. So... Yep. It's fine. I don't need instant speed removal. All I need is ramp. And I do have ramp, so we're going to, just like them, Utopia Sprawl. I'll get this for more green mana since our hand is extremely green. And Lotus Cobra. We have a Lotus Cobra into a fetch land next turn for tons and tons of mana. We've got 1, 2, 3. And then I guess 4, 5, 6. Ooh, ooze. That's not enough for me to double spell anything here. So I think I'll just throw down you. The Bramble Armor Brawler. It's a very good blocker. It also will buff all of the creature cards in my deck if they cast a non-creature spell. Aww, my Lotus Cobra. I've been flaged. Boop. Franco gets bigger and spits out tokens. Very, very good with Jetmir. Hello, yes. If they attack with Krenko, I'm trying to think like how big all their stuff will get, because they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before combat. They'll get to 6, 7. It's a lot. Hi, Jetmir. I don't actually have removal for you. Oh, gosh. Not attacking with Krenko? Oh, hi again, Scraps. She's been in and out of the room all day. Hi, baby. Okay. Not what I was expecting. I'll kill the biogenic ooze. Crack this open, and I'm gonna grab a Surveil land since I'm not using the mana this turn. Let's grab Lush Portico. Antrag. Antrag with haste, good. Yeah, Antrag with haste, good. Antrag, show them your stuff. Also, give me another creature in hand. Aw, little hobbit! Not actually a good attack, though. Oh, girl, please don't bite my ankle. I know you want attention and love. You sweet little bumblebee. Come here. Aww. Caps, look, it's Jetmir. Oh, you're stinky. Oh, we're dead. Look, Scraps. A kitty killed me. Oops, she doesn't want me to see my own demise. She just put her whole butt in front of me. Good game, Jetmir. Buxton, decorated host. Hi there, Buxton. We've played against one of these before. Buxton's out here to tap down creatures and get permanents into play. I have some instant speed removal, which I could use to interrupt their early gameplay, but I'm gonna mulligan and look for something funkier. Ooh, guy who gets a land. Snake. Lands. I'll use this Windswept Heath and grab the white, red. Where are you? White, red land. Oh, do I want to surveil, though? No, let's surveil. So I'm going to go Commercial District. Purpose Forest. Nice. A snake. I was thinking, like, oh, I could go for one of the white ones to get the mana, but then I looked at how green my hand is. Now, like, Elish Norn, we'll get there when we get there. So I'll also double these triggers. Oh, and these triggers. And these triggers. And your triggers. Invasion of Golbakhan? Can you believe it? That they're going to be exiling a card from my hand? I would go for Elish Norn because they're a Buxton. And I bet they have some Enter the Battlefields in here. Also, like, Elish Norn is Elish Norn. She's kind of nuts. Forceful Cultivator. This will get me a land. Plains! That gets me more mana here. And I guess I could play a Apatzec with that. Sure. Works out for me. I was thinking maybe I want to plot the Trailblazer. Three mana, 1 Buxton, and removal on my commander. The boy emperor dies again. Nobody is surprised. It's okay if the boy emperor dies. I have all the mana in the world. I'm gonna save this other part of the fetch land for later. It's a later snack. Which arena-only cards could be printed in real life? I mean, Cultivator, you would have to reveal your hand. That's the only difference. There's a bunch of digital-only cards that would require small changes in order to be paper playable. Ribbon Inspector gets a clue. Still can't convoke out Buxton this turn because they didn't play any creatures on their other turns. Why didn't they play any on turn 1? I guess they must have just drawn these. Pass to attackers, not attacking, passing the turn back to me. It's a very fetching start to the turn. With Emperor Apatzec Intli the 4th. Crack it open the Prismatic Vista. Grab a mountain. Get that Trailblazer into play. It will get haste. And they're humiliating Intli, so I do not get to give this haste. Fine. Okay. I didn't need my commander anyways. Because I'm awesome. Terror of the Peaks. And a land. I'm going to go for the untapped land so I can just crack open this clue right here. Terror of the Peaks means, like, future creatures entering play are going to obliterate them. Oh my god, and with Elishorn it will be doubled. You should just let this survive until next turn. See, you were only gonna get like 4 more damage at you if you had not gotten rid of that. You could have silenced Kaslam. You could have saved it for the Terror of the Peaks. Everybody bullies the child. He's very bullyable. You gonna kill the Terror of the Peaks? Or are you gonna let this happen? Elishnorn, Mother of the Machines, who doubles enter the battlefield based triggered abilities. It allows me to deal 8 damage directly to your face. We draw some cards. I was wondering if they had to Fairy's Protection. I was like, it's the only thing that saves them here. But a lot of the removal I would expect to see in a Buxton deck is enter the battlefield base because it's tied to creatures and other permanents. Norn just hoses all of that, and we win the game. GG, Buxton. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope that you enjoyed seeing Emperor Apatzec Intli IV go off. And if you're looking for the deck list, it's in the description of the video. Thank you to everybody who suggested this as a commander. I know it's been a long time for me to get to it, even though I'm the one who spoiled the card. Sometimes there's just so many commanders, because really, between Modern Horizons and Thunder Junction and Bloomborough, there have just been so many cards added to Arena that I haven't even gotten to them all. And there's so many decks that have needed updates as well, so please keep recommending various commanders for me to brew. I add them to a list, my Twitch chat votes on them, and eventually, hopefully, we'll get to all of them. And Emperor Apatzec Intli IV was a pretty fun one. I like Naya Stompy, and this deck is Naya Stompy at its finest. Yeah, somebody said that it's not just Thunder Junction, it was Thunder Junction. It sure was when it came to Commander brews. If you're looking to check out my stream, by the way, where I record this, I build my decks and everything else, twitch.tv/Amazonian is the place to do it. Also, you might see me on a recent episode of Shuffle Up and Play over on Tolarian Community College. If you saw that and you came here, I hope you loved it. That was a really fun game to get to record, and now the whole world knows that I'm really normal about Transformers, if they didn't already know that. Thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day!